Hi, nobodies. So it's been a great day. I know I talked earlier today. Um, I have gone out and had kind of a spa day. I treated myself. As you know, I am a no maintenance gal. I don't typically go get my nails done. I mean, I'll do like the little stick ons, and I've got like some super nail glue at my house, which I don't have here. Um, That's what I normally do. I rarely ever do pedicures. But today I said, I'm going to get a manicure and a pedicure. Here is my manicure. It's a nice little metallic thing. They didn't do my nails as great as I would have liked. I am not really hot on these nails, but I do love the color. And I went and got my hair layered. So that was kind of fun. I thought about getting it dyed. I was like, I wanted to do something kind of crazy, but I always chicken out, when it comes to I want my hair to be blue or I want to go purple or do something, like even the idea of going with like that ash gray is kind of like, do I want to do that? Yes, I want to, but it's like what kind of I'm always worried about what people are going to say. Like that they might be like, why would you go and do that? Just like they don't always get this right here. Why do you want that in your eyebrow? Cuz I want it there. What does it matter? It's the same with people who are like, why don't you ever wear makeup? Why don't you ever do your hair? You know, hey, I take a bath and wear deodorant, which is a lot more than some people do. And you're not going to be I just don't want to spend 30 minutes to an hour getting ready to leave my house. I just don't want that kind of commitment. I've never liked it. I throw on clothes and I go out the door. Nobody's waiting on me. Um, so while I was waiting for my lift to show up, I was outside of Walmart vaping, and a smoker comes strolling up to me. Now I don't know if I mentioned this before. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Um, but uh, it's amazing to me now. Non-smokers tend to have this idea that vaping and smoking are the same thing. They tend to put us in the same boat. And even smokers think, oh, they're vaping, so they're cool with me coming over here and smoking a cigarette with them. No. At least this vapor isn't. I guess some people, if you, I guess it depends on your reasons for vaping. I smoked regular cigarettes for over 20 years. And then one day I was in the gym and I grabbed up my clothes and I said, these smell like smoke. I don't want to smell like this. So when I am away from people vaping, because even though I don't believe that you get secondhand from that, I'm not blowing my vapor in somebody's face unless they ask me to. So I still will stand away from people who are not smoking or vaping because I'm I'm respectful like that. So when smokers figure, oh, she's over there vaping, so she won't mind if that thought even comes to them, they just automatically assume that like we're in the same boat. We are not. We are not. It's kind of like, somebody who drinks beer and somebody who drinks whiskey all the time. You know, to most of us, they're both drunks. They're both going to get drunk, but the hard liquor is different than beer. And, I mean, I don't know the full things on that because I don't drink. But I know with the vaping, it's like, hey, You know, there are people who are like, oh, you need to stop doing that shit. It's bad for you. You're affecting my breathing, you know? And I respect them. And I will not vape in their house if they tell me not to. I don't automatically vape in somebody's car thinking, well, they won't care because this is mango. You know, it's not a cigarette. And I've honestly never had any problem with like the rental cars with them charging me $250. You know, like if you smoke in a rental car and they figure out that you were smoking in it, which isn't hard to do, it's a $250 fine that for them cleaning it because they like to say their cars are non-smoking. And I know a lot of smokers who switched to vaping who did so because of smell. And like Philip Morris totally doesn't get this, that they're gonna come out with like a vaporizer for tobacco. Vapors don't want to smell like cigarettes. That's why most like a lot of people when they switch to vaping, they think that they want the tobacco flavored juice. And then they find that, you know what? I don't want the tobacco flavored juice. I want the banana cream pie. I want the beard number 32, you know. And here's something that they've got these great little shops up here in Ohio called Avail Vapor. And I mean, it was like the coolest thing. Like every single vape juice that they sell, they have a tester for. They give you, like, you pay $1 and they give you like a little tip, and you just walk around the store and go, ooh, I'll try this one. You know, so fucking awesome. And he told me, because I was like, hey, do you have Beard Company number 32, which is like a funnel cake? It's fucking awesome. It's expensive, but so worth it. And he said, he and I got to talking, and he said that a lot of the companies that make the vape juices are going to go out of business because there's going to be this new regulation where they have to pay, I believe he said it was like $1,000 per bottle type that they have. So every flavor they're having to pay $1,000 for, every size bottle, every nicotine strength. You know, they're having to pay for this. So the little companies, they can't afford that. And it's like, wow. You know, who gives a fucking shit if I'm killing myself by vaping? I'm killing myself smoking cigarettes. I'm killing myself drinking diet sodas. I'm killing myself eating food that we buy in the store. I mean, these preservatives and shit that they put in everything. I'm killing myself eating that shit. I'm killing myself eating chips. Eating whatever the fuck I want. If I want to gain tons of, you know, and if I weigh 600 pounds, I'm killing myself with food. You know, fuck it. It is not killing people immediately. And if I choose to do something that I say isn't necessarily safe for me, that's my choice. You put a warning on it. You know, there's warnings on everything. You know, alcohol is not safe. You can kill yourself drinking too. So, you know, let me fucking vape. You know, don't be putting all kinds of restrictions on my shit. Just make sure that the shit isn't going to kill me immediately like what they had with those illegal pods and all of that. You know, as long as it's not dropping me like that, which I'm not buying juice on eBay. I'm not fucking with Nick Salt. You know, I just want regular vape oil, and you know, I will buy from companies that mass produce. Stop attacking my thing when you're not attacking cigarettes. Cigarettes are, you know, I can go out and buy cigarettes all day long, you know. A guy at the bus station said that in Massachusetts, they banned menthol. Like, you can't even buy menthol chewing tobacco in Massachusetts. Do I have a problem with that? No. I mean, if you're saying, hey, let's pull menthol away, I'm fine with that. I don't do menthol. But I do feel bad for people who do. You know, if that's their thing, then they're probably pretty upset. And it's like, hey, if they're killing themselves with these things, you know, let them. Let us. As long as it's not, you know, I mean, it's stupid to regulate something that, you know, there's been studies. There's no secondhand smoke from vapor. But there is secondhand smoke from cigarettes. The people who vape, we don't have that smoker's hack. I never had it, which is really scary because that means that all of those toxins from the cigarettes were staying in me. You know, people who have that smoker's cough, that every morning, that's actually a good thing because you're getting that shit out of your system. Also, with vapes, there's a lot of like in regular cigarettes, there's a lot of things that there's the carcinogens keep you from absorbing certain things effectively, like caffeine. It is not uncommon to see a smoker who's drinking a pot of coffee all by themselves. It's because that caffeine is not hitting as hard because their senses are dulled by the carcinogens. This does not happen with vape juice. People who switch to vaping tend to find that pot of coffee, they can't handle that shit. You know, they got used to dealing with, you know, something stopping them. You know, kind of like when you take a medication that causes constipation. You have to drink more water. You have to do things to counteract that it's going to stop you up. Well, it's the same with when you go to vaping. There are certain things that you start to notice more. One of the first things that you notice is the same thing you notice when you quit smoking in general, which is smells. You notice bad smells very well. You're just like, ugh, oh God, why do I have to smell that? You also notice other smokers, like even the ones who swear up and down, I don't smell like smoke. I nobody knows I smoke because I never smell like it. I take precautions. I smell good. No, the non-smokers do smell you. They're just too polite to say anything. We can smell it. We know. Now, I mean, granted, some people you have to get right up on them because, like, with my clothes, when I would get out of the gym, and those were clothes that I had only had on from my trip to my house to the gym, maybe one or two cigarettes smoked in my vehicle on the drive in those clothes. And I could smell it whenever I would pull them up to my face and smell them. Don't ask me why I smell my clothes. It's something I do. Not always, like when I don't do that anymore, but back then, for some reason, I would smell my clothes. Pulling them up, I'd be like, oh, they smell like smoke. You know, and I was trying hard not to smell like smoke. You know, smell like a cigarette and whatever perfume I sprayed on myself. So yeah, anybody who smokes cigarettes, if you think that a vapor is cool with you walking over to them thinking that that's the smoking spot, no. This is the vaping spot. You want to smoke a cigarette, stand away from me, or at least ask. Say, hey, do you mind if I smoke? Now, of course, if somebody comes up and says, do you mind if I smoke? I'm not going to be rude. And I mean, it's not really rude to say, yes, I do mind. I'm just not the type to say, please smoke over there away from me. I'm not that person. I'm at least going to respect that they asked. that they were cognizant of the fact that their cigarette smells bad and I may not want to inhale the smoke. So um, I will tell them, yeah, go ahead, light up. It's cool. I'll act like it's cool, and it is cool. But I'm really wanting to say, no, I don't want you to smoke around me. Um, I liked how the last NA meeting or AA meeting I went to, they actually said at the beginning of the meeting, smokers, please do not smoke right outside the door. Please go where they had like an ashtray urn. They had like one of those butt urns. They're like, please go to where that urn is. Of course, there were people who didn't follow that rule. I'm like, man, they gave you a designated spot to smoke. They gave a shit enough to tell you where you could go smoke. And you're going to sit there and smoke at the door. I hate that shit. I don't even vape right outside of a door if people are coming and going. Like here, I'll walk to the back door, poke my head out, and blow outside. But if somebody's coming in, I'll wait until they've gotten in before I do that. I don't, I'm not doing it if people are coming. I will walk away just like when I smoked cigarettes. It's just polite. Not everybody is cool with what you do, and no matter how safe you think it is, I mean, like I think that the vape is safe as far as people around me goes, but hey, if they don't want to smell it, they shouldn't have to. Just like, I put on deodorant so people don't have to smell funky armpits. I wash my hair. I clean my body. I wash my clothes so that I don't offend people. And plus it's nice to be clean. But, it's just, I don't have anything against smokers. I think they should all switch to vaping, but it's not my place to decide what you put in your body. I just say, hey, it's a legal product, but respect that some people are not going to like it. Respect that they don't want to smell it. Just like your cologne. I mean, like, there are people with allergies. There are people who just, I mean, my oldest will get a migraine from musk. So if somebody slathers it on, then, she's in trouble. And she doesn't get migraines like a normal person. No, she'll get like all tingly and numb and sick, and it's a pretty quick thing. So, it's like, hey, respect that people don't want your smell. They don't want to smell you. I mean, honestly, when I'm walking through a store, if I don't smell anybody, that's a great trip. Even if they smell good, I mean, sometimes you'll catch like, ooh, I like what you're wearing. That's fine too. But for the most part, I would rather not smell anybody. I mean, really and truly, I should only smell you if I'm hugging you. If I can smell you from 3 feet away, you've got too much product on or not enough product on. So anyway, I'm going to go now. It has been a great day. I'm loving my freaking nails with the magnetic stripe on them. They're just so cool. He didn't do a great job on them, but, I'm not going to complain. I can't pick. And it's a better job than what I was doing with my fake nails, which kept getting busted. Because I couldn't get the kind that I normally get. It's going to be a pretty good night. I know this. I'm going to make it so. So I hope that you can make it so. As I always say, every moment is an opportunity to turn things around. You are responsible for how you feel about things. You are responsible for how you decide to react to what happens around you. Um, so react responsibly, um, and try to reframe that shit. If you can, just try to say, hey, like if somebody doesn't like you, okay, they don't fucking like me. They don't have to. They don't have to like me. Even if I like them, I think they're the bee's knees, all that. If they don't like me, hey, thanks for letting me know. Now go the fuck away. At least I know that, hey, I'm not bugging this person. I mean, just try to look on the brighter side of things that, yeah, that person doesn't like you. And even if it's because of some false rumor or something that they took the wrong way that you said or did, just call it a loss and say, you know what? If they're going to be like that, I don't need that. I don't need a highly sensitive person in my life who isn't going to ask me to explain myself or give me the benefit of the doubt on that I didn't mean any offense or I didn't mean to piss them off or, yeah, she's weird, but let me give her a chance because maybe she's a good person too. I mean, if they don't like you, just call it a loss and say, hey, there's people I don't like. It's not always, and sometimes those people you don't like, you don't know why you don't like them. You just don't like them. And that's okay. It's okay if somebody doesn't like you, and it's okay if you don't get a reason for that. You're not entitled to it. I'm going to go now. Bye. Have